Heaven's California.
Hey guys, today we're reacting to a Nightmare Falls video. This is a long one. I don't think it's animated. No, it's not animated. 6 heart-stopping true morgue horror stories featuring Darkness Prevails, Swamp Dweller, U0026, Mr. Rams. Okay. So I did not know what Morgue was, so I kind of, like, when I saw this video come out, I was like, Mom or whatever, sister, what the hell is this? And then apparently it's somewhere where you like put dead people in bodies, or where you put dead people in freezers or something like that. So something like that, I don't know. It's something about dead bodies and dead people, so it's already sus in itself and scary to deal with. So it's not gonna be a good video. Like, it's gonna be scary, and I don't. Last thing I need is to be scared, because like I know my health issues, my health anxiety. It's not good for it, but I mean, hopefully. I'm just trying to relax and like chill every day and stuff. Like, I don't know. I should probably do a video just tell how I feel and stuff about my life, and just, you know, express myself. You know, I don't know. Just because like I always feel so like, I don't know. I know some people, like some YouTubers, like open up about their mental health and stuff as well. So maybe I could do it too if you guys care. If you guys want to see that, then I'll do that for sure. But yeah, so featuring a bunch of these people, 6 heart-stopping true morgue stories. Let's go. It's gonna be a long 18 minutes.
I grabbed the door handle and started pulling as hard as I could. What I heard next made my blood run cold. I started to hear some
Little preview of what's to come. I'm just trying to get comfy, but I can't really get comfy in this chair. It's definitely comfier than that shit that broke on me before. I was really doing my exam, and that's when I broke. Sus. That's loud. No, it's gonna be quiet when the sound goes to
This was a really weird but scary experience for me. I worked at a morgue a few years back. I'd also like to mention that this was the last time I smoked weed. Just throwing that in there.
Okay.
Anyway, on my way to work, one day I smoked a blunt. I bought the weed from some random guy, not my usual person. Anyways, this was actually my first day out of training, and they trusted me to be by myself. It was around 2 p.m. when I got to work, and everything started off normal. I hated the smell of that place, though. We had a good amount of bodies stacked up there, and I was working on one.
Oh no, why are
I
you
turned around for a few
I'd be really nervous
seconds
doing
while
that.
looking for a tool, and I heard a moan from behind me. I paused for a second and remembered that some bodies still have air in them, and air continues to come out, and the bodies will still make noises and sometimes move. I gathered myself, turned around, and now the man on the table, his eyes were wide open,
Oh my
as
god.
if he were looking at me. I paused once again and told myself that this is normal.
I think I see
At this
it.
point,
Normal.
it's starting to get dark outside, and it starts raining by
Already?
coincidence. I know this sounds like a
that's
cliche
just the
horror
rain.
story, but it really did happen. My anxiety was an all-time high, so I took a break. I had the munchies, so I decided to snack on a bag of chips. Then I heard something in the hallway. I couldn't tell what it was.
Sheets moving or
At
something?
this time, I had the sweats, but I wasn't hot, but I was also really hungry. I got up to see what that was in the hallway.
I don't know if you guys see that. There's a guy right there with his face. I see his face right there.
It stopped me in my tracks before I reached the door. I stopped and I thought,
I'm getting chills now too.
I'm here by myself. I got the courage to walk into the hallway. When I turned the corner, I saw one of the bodies standing at the end of the hallway.
Oh my god, what the hell?
I froze and I just stood there. This felt like a scary movie, but at this point I would be yelling for the person to run, but I couldn't move. I thought to myself,
You were frozen?
am I tripping right now? The body started walking toward me and I backed up.
Oh my
I rubbed
god.
my eyes for a few seconds, then I looked back down the hallway and the guy was gone. Again, I stood there for a few more seconds. Out of nowhere, every door in the building opened with force, and at the same time, that laugh again. I ran out of there so fast.
Spirits, ghosts, I don't know,
He
something like
laughed
that.
at me and came in while I sat in my car.
I guess like the people are dead, right? It's like it's a morgue. I don't know what that is, but
Right
exactly
there on the
like.
spot. I don't know. Maybe I was blazed, but the fear I felt was real. I know I haven't smoked since then, or ever worked with dead bodies.
I would never be able to do that in general because I would like my anxiety is already generally normal or generally awful, so it's like anything that would make it worse is like a little bit of a trigger, you know. Like I can still do some stuff, like anything but death, definitely not. Dead bodies, no.
I got this great job working at a hospital.
Darkness prevails.
I really got to do something that I enjoy. Taking care of others has always been a passion of mine. But I work on one of the hardest floors, the cancer floor. We always have the same patients, and not a whole lot of them make it. This makes my job hard in a lot of ways. You could probably guess that I've seen my fair share of death since I started here.
Oh my, I'm just gonna die soon.
Anyway, I work the night shift, and at night it can be a little creepy.
Of course,
we
night
have to go
shift.
to the morgue. One night, me and a coworker were taking someone down to the morgue. Now, let me explain. Our morgue is a little freezer box that is in the basement, and it smells horrible.
I would
Plus,
think
it has a
so.
ramp to get into it. So she and I wheel the body down there, and we push it up the ramp. And then we begin to argue over who is going to push the body inside.
I wouldn't have, like, you would do
Of
it.
course, I lose, so I swing the freezer door open.
Oh.
I push in the body. Then I slam the door shut. We start to fill out our paperwork. When we both look up at each other, she says to me, "Did you hear that?" I said, "I think so."
What that?
We both turn and look at the door.
Is that you locking it?
The two of us got cold chills, and the hairs on our arms were standing straight up. It sounded like someone was crying. We froze.
It's kind of creepy.
And looked at each other, then ran out. Halfway down the hall, she asked if I really heard what she did. And I told her yes. I really didn't know what to think. So I was telling one of my friends, who was a nurse on our floor, the story.
Mm-hmm.
She tells me that she has had similar things happen to her in the morgue. To this day, I will not go alone. And I always try to get out of going at all. We also have a tradition on our floor. I will not go alone. And I always try to get out of going at all. We also have a tradition on our floor that when someone passes away, we open the window so the soul of that person is not trapped in the hospital to roam. I'm not making this up. It truly happened. If you don't believe me, I don't care. I know. And so does everyone else who works there.
I would never do that just because, like, again, I'm already crazy as it is, like, with anxiety, so it's like, no. Like, anything dead, like, I already said this before, but anything like dead bodies, no, definitely not. Like, I'll explain more in the end.
This story took place about 3 years ago.
Okay?
I started my new job working at a morgue. That was about 3 miles to the countryside. For the first week, everything went fine. I got shown around the building, how everything works, and I understood my job.
Mm-hmm.
That was until I met the guy who used to deliver the bodies to the morgue. His name was Kenny. I first met him on the elevator. We shook hands and he made an inappropriate joke. He also stunk of smoke, had long greasy hair, bad yellow teeth, and a faded, poorly drawn tattoo of a snake on his forearm.
Ew.
My first thought that he was just weird. I figured I would only see him from time to time when he delivered the bodies. That wasn't the case, however, as he would come up into the building and talk to the staff. Apparently he had worked there for years and knew everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I asked a few staff members about him, and they kind of just shrugged him off as being eccentric.
I want
It was
essential.
like I was the only one who saw through that. He would joke around with most people, but when it came to me, it was like he was a different person. The first time we met, he would make inappropriate jokes towards me. He would joke about the dead bodies that got delivered, and make crude comments about the way the people died, and actually found it funny.
What?
One night, however, I was working on the body when I decided to take a little break. When I returned, I found the body was off the table and propped up against almost had a heart attack.
I quit.
And then Kenny jumped out from the corner, screaming and grabbing my shoulder, shaking me violently. Then he stopped and laughed, telling me how good he got me, and
That's
my
not
reaction
funny.
was hilarious. This was the last straw, and I had enough and reported this to my superiors. My complaint was backed up by the footage from the CCTV cameras.
Good.
The next evening, as I arrived into work, I saw Kenny walking down the corridor, and he didn't have this weird grin on his face. His look was much more disturbing. He looked furious, like he was a different person.
Uh-oh.
He passed by me while giving me the worst stare I've ever seen.
Yep, he hates you now.
I was told later that he had been fired.
He's gonna kill you. Always
I
gonna
was a
kill
little
you.
bit surprised. I didn't know what they would do. I didn't know they were firing him exactly, but I was kind of relieved.
Yeah,
That
for
night,
now.
I finished work around 3 a.m.
Oh,
and got
hell
into my
no.
car to drive home. As soon as I pulled out, another car started up from across the parking lot and started to instantly tailgate me.
Yep, it's Kenny.
Like I said, the building was located in the country, so there were no other cars on the road. At first, I didn't know who this was.
It's obviously
I
Kenny.
pulled over to see if the car would keep going, but as soon as I pulled over,
Can you pull over?
the car slammed on his brakes. That was when Kenny came running out of his car and over to mine, yanking on the door handle as hard as he could, while banging on the window screaming for me to get out the car. I
No.
thought he was going to rip the door off and kill me. I quickly started my car back up and drove off as fast as I
Speed.
could.
Yeah, get the hell out of there.
I saw Kenny get into his car. For some reason, he didn't chase me.
Oh,
I'm not
kill.
sure if his car wouldn't start
Oh.
or he just decided not to pursue me.
Hmm.
Either way, I was relieved. I later informed my superior of what happened. I didn't find out what happened, whether the police were involved or what, but I never saw Kenny again after that.
Good.
Thinking what might have happened if somehow Kenny did manage to open my door keeps me awake at night.
He obviously would have killed you. I mean, he's already laughing at all the dead bodies and how they die. Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you just laugh at someone's death? No matter how it is. Like, you don't just laugh at someone's death. Oh, haha, you died. Ridiculous.
My brother is a mortician at a facility in New York, and one night when I was visiting, he asked if I wanted to go to work with him, so I wouldn't be alone in his house. I reluctantly said yes. What's the worst that can happen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
To start off with, this place was creepy as hell. Dark and smelled funny. He said it was normal, and it was probably the smell of the formaldehyde, so I just ignored it. After a little time of chit-chatting and catching up, he told me that he needed to get to work, but that I could stay in the little adjoined office and watch some TV. And so, that's exactly what I did for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The entrance to the morgue had swinging doors, and you could hear when someone was coming in or out of them. He came to check on me a few times, so I heard them. After a few hours of being by myself, I started to doze off, when the sudden sound of the doors woke me up. Expecting for my brother to walk in and greet me, there was nothing. Again, I started to fall asleep, and yet again, the loud doors went off.
By
I couldn't
themselves or
tell if someone was coming in or out, but they kept on swinging and didn't stop.
sus?
Thinking my brother was playing a joke on me, I got up and went to tell him to stop. But to my surprise, there was only a little girl standing there, playing by the doors, pushing them. Hi, I told her. She looked at me and didn't say a word. One of the
Okay.
things that caught my eye was a pretty blue dress with a pink ribbon that she was wearing. Your dress is pretty, and the bow makes it stand out. Again, no reply.
I
She
gave you a
looked
compliment.
down
Answer me.
and started to run the opposite way,
The hell?
towards a lonesome hall. I thought the kid belonged to another employee, so I went back to my chair and sat
It's
down.
possible.
A couple of hours later, when my brother's shift was over, he finally woke me up to go back to his place. As we were driving, I started to tell him about the doors and the little girl with the cute blue dress and big pink ribbon. He slammed the brakes. What the hell? Why
What?
did you brake? Tessa. He told me with a chilling look on his face.
So it's
Last
Tessa.
night I did an autopsy on a little girl that drowned. She was wearing a blue dress with a big pink ribbon.
Oh,
My
hell
blood
no.
ran cold, and I've never been to work with my brother. Ever again.
It's like these people are just coming back to life. It's so weird. It's like they're just, I don't know how. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, how do you... I'm not even going to try to explain. I'm just going to save my chit chat for the end of the video because I do not know what to say about this, like, at all.
My name is Cody. I'm 27 years old, and the story happened 7 months ago.
Okay.
I'm a medical student, and a friend of my dad managed to get me a job working at a morgue. I thought it was a great opportunity as I was taking a gap year from my university.
Great opportunity,
I
man.
could use the learning experience and earn some money. When I told my friends about the new job, they all joked around saying morgues are haunted and all that kind of stuff.
They probably are.
I didn't believe in the paranormal at all.
No. Well, you're about to get a rude awakening.
Something at the morgue one night.
Exactly.
We had a body delivered around 1 a.m. As usual, I started working on analyzing and writing up my reports when I heard a noise come from the other room. It wasn't my colleague, as he called in sick.
So you're
Other
alone.
people in the building were security, and they were downstairs. I let it go and I carried on with what I was doing. Less than 2 minutes later, I heard the same thing.
So it
I
sounds
went
like
to
a...
check it out and saw that there were 2 saucepans on the floor.
Yeah, like a pan or
Thing
something
was,
going on there.
They were perfectly next to each other.
Wow.
I have no idea how they fell down. But the way they were next to each other was just too perfect. I picked them up, put them away, and carried on doing my work.
Okay.
When I went back into the room with the body, the head was now turned facing me. This honestly really scared me, knowing you're practically alone in the building and the dead body is staring at you really gave me chills.
Yeah.
I turned the head back to how it was. About 10 minutes go by when I start hearing something from the other room again. It sounds like a dragging noise. At this point,
To me, it kind of sounds like a
I
share.
thought someone was playing
Like,
a joke on
I
me.
don't know.
When I went into the room, I saw nothing there. But I did notice one thing.
What?
One of the pans that I had picked up earlier was back on the floor, and I thought to myself, how is this possible? There was no way that I didn't pick them up. I decided to leave and get my work done. I was distracted at this point. I
True.
figured I'd take a break and make some coffee and eat some snacks.
My back.
Just as I was leaving the room, the door slammed closed, the lights went out,
Oh my
and the
god.
room went very cold.
Okay, that's enough.
I grabbed the door handle and started pulling as hard as I could. What I heard next made my blood run cold. I started to hear some kind of deep, slow growling. It was coming from where the body was.
Oh
I
my
was
god.
honestly petrified. I was banging on the door, screaming for someone to open it. One of the security guards opened the door and asked me what was going on. And why I
Everything.
was screaming.
Everything is
I
going
remember I
on.
couldn't get out the words, but I was petrified. I said I wasn't feeling well and went home. I didn't go back and I quit the next day. I know whatever happened in that room wasn't human, but it was real. I didn't want me to be in there.
Apparently not. Yeah, I think there's one more story. 2 minutes left. Yes. I actually have a fair amount of thoughts, but I don't know. Yeah, I have a fair amount of thoughts to say.
When I go to work, that is all for me. It's just a job. I've really never had any feelings for the people I've worked on, since that's what I've been there to do, and of course, but I didn't know them. But this particular day has been embedded in my head ever since. I had done countless autopsies before without a problem, but came the day I was dreading. An autopsy on a child. It was a kid no older than a year old or so.
When you're
It
old?
was really hard since I have a kid myself. As I worked on him, I was getting ready to wrap things up. I turned around and standing right there was a woman sobbing. I assumed it was the mother and I told her she couldn't be there. I asked her how she got in but no response. She left the room and a few minutes later another body came on the stretcher. It was the woman I had just seen. I
What?
guess she wanted to make sure the baby was okay.
Wait, but on a
To
stretcher?
this day, no one believes me. But I know what I saw.
I'm confused. That was a really short story, but I'm confused. Okay. Wait, did my laptop just die right now? That's insane. Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry guys, I had to take care of something. So, yeah, it's been like 15 minutes. I'm trying to like recall exactly what happened. So, yeah, the morgue. So, okay, every time I say morgue, I think of the YouTuber Morgues. You know what I mean? Like morgues, I think of morgues when I think of morgue. So it's just weird to think of morgue. Yeah, anyway. That's definitely scary. Well, again, I would never work there just because like I have high anxiety just as it is. So, like I would not want to be. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. What am I doing? Well, oh, where was I? What did I say? I forgot. Shit. Morgue. Okay. So I got distracted by so much stuff. So anyway, I would not want to work there just because it's so scary. Like I would not want to be next to a dead body, a corpse. Like I would not. I can't handle that. I'd either probably vomit, cry because I'm sad, start crying because I'm nervous that it's going to happen to me someday, which it obviously will, and that just terrifies me. Death has always been scary to me. At the same time, at times I have thoughts kind of like, you know what, I'm going to die eventually, so whatever. At times I feel like I just don't care. And I get really nervous because I'm like really scared of death. And obviously like when you're dead, you're obviously alone type thing. You're not really with anybody. And then like when I'm with people in real life, I'm kind of like shit with someone, you know. I feel like I'm like leaving everyone. This makes me kind of sad, you know, type of thing. Why am I saying, okay, this should be, I need to make a video just of how my health is and just like let you guys know just because I want you guys to know what I'm doing or how I'm doing. I think what's been going on exactly, so just to maybe go a bit thorough, if anything. I don't know what I would call like my health anxiety update or like my health update, I don't know, because I'm not trying to say I have a lot of health issues, I just have a lot of health anxiety, so like I said, health anxiety. Let me know if you guys want me to do a video like that. But yeah, basically that's why I would not want to go into a morgue or work anything with dead bodies or do an autopsy, especially if the body was like moving by itself or turning its head by itself or stuff was falling, two pans parallel to each other or like right beside. No. I would lose my shit. I'll probably yell and quit right there. I'd be like, sorry, no, just need my pay for the shift and that's it. I'm leaving. That's it. Nope. I'm done. I'm not. No. I can't. Like, I can't. Especially if stuff's like not even if stuff happened like that, like just in general, I can't. Because like, I would not be able to handle that. Like, if you guys know me, then you'll probably know that I would not be able to handle that. So, yeah. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I'll get my laptop charging so I can get these videos up later today. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. I don't think anybody else uploaded yet, so we'll see when the next video will be, but thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and again, let me know if you want that health anxiety video that I can do probably for like 20-minute rant. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.